2025 meeting to order. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. Please remain standing for a moment of silence and for our prayer. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
As customary in this chamber, we stand for a moment of silence to remember those who are protecting our freedoms, both here and abroad, for our first responders, for those who have made the ultimate sacrifice, and for everyone suffering all around the world. A moment of silence, please. Our prayer, Mr. Pescitti.
Dear Lord, bless thy servants in the ministry of public affairs who serve thee in this chamber. Give us quiet minds and hearts that we may hear your voice. Help us to know when to speak, when to be silent. Give us strength to oppose the wrong and uphold the right. Grant that we have a good conscience and soul at peace with thee and with one another. Amen.
Amen. Please be seated. Thank you, and everyone, welcome to the meeting.
Roll call, Mayor. Councilman Asatuli.
Here.
Councilwoman DeCaro. Councilman DePalma.
Here.
Let the record reflect Councilman Desai is absent. Councilman Garcia.
Here.
Let the record reflect that Councilman Murphy is absent. Councilman Pasquitti.
Here.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Present. And Council President Sohar.
Here.
This meeting is being held in conformance with the Open Public Meetings Act. Notice has been given to the official newspapers of the Township on January 14, 2025, and has been posted in public places. Next open public meeting of the Township Council will be held on Tuesday, September 16, 2025, at 7:30 p.m.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone. Welcome to the meeting, and we're going to begin with something that's very enjoyable, everybody likes. We have some nice presentations to give out tonight. Mayor Walker?
Good evening. The U14 Oldbridge Thunder have rewritten the history books, becoming the first team in Oldbridge to advance to the National League Premier II division. They won that division, they earned a promotion to Premier I, came back to claim the President's Cup state titles and the Eastern Regional President's Cup, and reached the National President's Cup final. Their historic run is nothing short of amazing, and they will be forever known as one of the best teams, if not the best team, in the history of Oldbridge soccer. Since dropping their opening match in Premier II, they have gone undefeated all the way through the National President's Cup Finals, showcasing unmatched consistency and grit. In the National Cup pool play, they didn't concede a single goal, a testament to their discipline, teamwork, and determination. Their legacy is one of excellence, resilience, and inspiration for every Oldbridge soccer team that follows. It was amazing that they made it all the way to the Nationals, to the final game. We're so proud here in Oldbridge. I'd like now to call up Andrew Liu, their coach, to give out their certificates.
Okay, all right.
If you want to say a few words, you can.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, I lost my train of thought.
I'll put yours over here.
Okay, thank you. I just want to first say thank you to Mayor Walker and the council for inviting us back. We're starting to become regulars here. Yeah. I really want to emphasize just the accomplishment that these girls have done, something that's never been done in Oldbridge history, but also bringing a community together. I've never seen such an outpouring of love and support from the Oldbridge community. A personal donation from Mayor Walker, a local PBA 127 donated to help finance our way into all the way to Tampa for our national run. So big kudos to the community, the basically you know what I'm trying to get at, sorry. Well, without further ado, I will start calling out the names. First and foremost is Dan Cummings, which unfortunately is not here. He deserves a lot of credit for what has transpired with our team, transforming them into the champions that they are. He is coincidentally doing what he loves doing the most, coaching kids. He's over at Geic right now, training our next generation of soccer players. Next is Janet Green. Janet has been my side from the beginning, always keeping me in check. Anytime I want to have these crazy ideas, she always tells me no. Rich Brennan, unfortunately, is not here. Is Alicia here to accept on? Oh, she's filming. Never mind. All right, Mackenzie Brennan will accept on his behalf. And then we start with the players. Oh, yep. Thank you. First is Olivia Bonilla. Madeline Brennan. Sophia Kimiluski. Alexa Cologne. L. Dollar, unfortunately, is not here right today. Yep. June Erdreich. Presley Gonzalez. Presley is one of 4 Hurricanes, which is our younger team, to help step up and play with us at Nationals. They did a great job, really helped our team out. Gabriella Goodridge. Paige Green. Kaylee Kremen. Kira Liu. The next two make me feel very fortunate. My middle daughter, Ellie Louie. My oldest daughter, Parker Louie, with the frown on her face. Yes. Ariana Navarro Montez. Madison Piedmont. Adriana Reyes. She's also another Hurricane player. Sophia Redinger. Thank you. Evilise Simi. Yes, it does. Yeah. We're wishing her a speedy recovery. Can't wait to get you back on the field. Jane Salon, she's not here right now. Yep. Vanessa Taborda. And last but not least, Larissa Updale, but she is not here today. A lot of vacations going on right now. Oh, yeah. So please give these girls a great round of applause. Oh, yeah. Good job. Record breakers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Record breakers. Good job.
Once again, I want to say congratulations, and I want to thank all the coaches for all their hard work and the families for their support, because without them, we would not have these girls here. I think it was an amazing thing, and Oldbridge is so proud. I was following it on Facebook, and I was so excited that they made it to the final game. It was amazing. Great job, girls. And we'll see you back next year, but you're going to win the whole thing.
Okay, well, thank you very much. So glad, so proud. That was a really nice moment for those ladies. Very, very nice. Okay, next will be a presentation. It's International Overdose Awareness. And we have tonight our Municipal Alliance Coordinator, Rosemary Rivoli, and Matt McCura from our Head of Recreation. Good evening.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Matt Mercurio. I'm the Director of Parks, Recreation, and Social Services. Under our umbrella is our Municipal Alliance. Our Municipal Alliance and our Mayor's Health and Wellness Committee, in collaboration with the Oldbridge Police Department, specifically the community policing portion, are committed to the fight against opioid and all drug and alcohol-related issues. We put on community programs and school programs for each level of schooling in Oldbridge, from kindergarten through 12th grade, as well as for the community on a whole. I will now pass it along to Ro, who is our Municipal Alliance Coordinator, for her to give you some very important information.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Council. Thank you, Mayor. International Overdose Awareness Day is observed on August 31st. It is the world's largest campaign addressing overdose in our communities, remembering those lost and to recognize the loved ones that have been left behind. I would like to offer my sincerest condolences to anyone who has lost a family member or members and or a friend or friends to an overdose. If I can turn your attention to our table that I have here, the 14 candles represent the 14 members of our community that have been reported as an overdose. And you just have to understand that sometimes overdoses happen and they're not reported to us. So we're really not aware of how many overdoses are taking place within our community. The 3 candles in the center, they stand for and represent the lives that we have lost, and this is to date, from January to now. Overdose, the word is very scary, but death by overdose, that is heartbreaking. Coming together to make a difference, that is promising. Working together as a community to heal and move forward, well, that is our community here in Oldbridge. One person's addiction and recovery can affect everyone and in their lives. Overdose has no age, no gender, no color, no prejudice. You or I can accidentally overdose on our medications that are prescribed by our doctors. It does not only happen when people have an addiction. It can happen to anyone. But for those who are struggling and they need help, I need them to know that they are not alone. And for those families and friends who are living alongside someone who is struggling that you care and love, you're not alone either. There are many, many resources here in our community of Oldbridge, in Middlesex County, and all throughout the tri-state area that can help. Outside on the table, when you first came in, I had put a lot of information regarding opioids, vaping, marijuana, alcoholism. And, you know, education is the best weapon in prevention and interventions. Throughout the year, in our schools, as Matt had said, we put a lot of programming in the schools and in our community. And we are able to sponsor a lot of different trainings, presentations, and workshops. So if you look on the website, you'll be able to see what we have coming up. If you or someone you know is in need of help, you can always contact me here over at the Township. My name is Rosemary Rivoli, and like Matt said, I am the Municipal Alliance Coordinator. Call the main number of the Township, and you can reach me at extension 4022. I will always try to help. So I'm going to ask that on August 31st, if you would take a moment to reflect on those who have been afflicted by overdose. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Very important. Okay, next will be our 2024 audit presentation. Good evening. How are you, sir?
Good evening. Happy to report that we completed our audit on June 30th within the statutory timelines. Another year of having a clean report. We have our standard audit opinion, which was a clean opinion. And then we also have two other reports which are in the report you have. One is a report on compliance and internal controls over the financial statements. We found no problems or omissions with regard to compliance elements or any things within the internal control structure of the finance department that needed any attention. Another report we have in there is similar. It's an internal control compliance report, but specifically on federal and state grants. If you receive federal and state grants in excess of $750,000, we are required to do a special audit on certain grants that are determined through a formula. This year, the federal grant that needed to be reviewed was, and it's the last of its kind now, is the last of the COVID money. So we had to review and do testing of controls and compliance on the use of that money. And with the state program, the one we tested was state DOT grants, specifically regard to the Throckmorton Lane project, resurfacing project. So we looked into that in much more detail than we normally would if we were just doing the entire financial statements. And that came out well. The surplus is at a nice level, about 26% of the budget, which is healthy, which is what the rating agencies like to see. They like to see something at 20% or above, and we're there. So we continue to have a steady picture of our finance, which is what we all want to see, what rating agencies want to see. We don't have spikes and peaks and valleys. We're very, very consistent. We have the ability to take a hit if a hit comes our way, which we did during COVID, and we took a bit of a hit, but we had enough surplus to survive and move forward, and we built it up again. And that's the position you want to be in. You want to be able to play offense and not defense, so to speak. So I think we're in good shape. The finance office is doing a great job. We had a lot of help with them and a lot of cooperation, and we appreciate the opportunity to serve you.
Thank you, Bob. Anyone else would like to add anything before I go to council? Okay. Anyone from the council have a question for Mr. Allison? Okay, I'll start on my left. Mrs. DeCaro?
Yeah, just real quick, you said we have a surplus of 26%, and anything over 20% is keeps us in a good rating. Is that correct?
Well, that's one element of what rating agencies look for. And 20% it's not set in stone. It depends on the size of the town. Smaller towns, that they tend to want to see larger percentage of surplus, because if you take a big hit, it's going to be the same price whether it's a big town or a small town. I think a town of your size, 20% is a good range. I think most AA1 is what your rating is. Most of them are over 15%. So I like to advise my clients to stay within around that 20% range. Of course, it's going to go up or down from one year to the next a little bit, but if you kind of hope to have that amount, be good. And that's of your budget, what that is. So if you have a budget of, and I'm just going to give a round number, if you have a budget of $50 million, you would have a $10 million in surplus. That would be your 20%.
And that, something like that would keep us in the AA1.
That would be, again, they look at a lot of things. They just don't look at that. That's, I mean, if there's it's like a star. So that's one of them. Stability in government, stability in the finance office. They look at the demographics of the town. So they look at a lot of things. So If the only thing going for you was your percentage of surplus, you would not hold that rating. And if everything else was great and the surplus was a little down, you could hold the rating. So it's an art more than a science with regard to how the Moody's and the S&Ps look at it, but that at least is a benchmark to try to
Gotcha. So
stay in the lane.
I'm sorry. So you said stability in government, stability in finance, and what was the third thing you said?
Demographics.
The demographics.
They do look at whether or not you're, and again, I don't know how they determine what they determine, but if you're 50% commercial, 50% residential, or 95% one and 95% the other, they look at that. They look at the average household income. That's also something. So if you were a very, very wealthy town with a low surplus, they'll look at that differently than if you have a very high surplus and you have a town of average wealth. So it's all
Okay. It's all relative.
So all the balls are in the air when they look at it.
Sure. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else on my left? Anyone on my right? Mr. Paschetti will start. I'll go across.
Mr. Allison, thank you very much for your hard work. That rating that we have at the AA1, that gets us the best interest rates on our bonds. Is that correct?
Well, it gets you just about the best. I mean, AAA is the highest rating that there is. Very, very few towns or government entities get that because of the things I just mentioned. Not everyone hits everything at the highest level, but for most towns, AA1 is the highest you can get.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Anyone else over here? No?
I would just like to say that, first of all, thank you, but I'm also very proud of our department heads, BA, Finance Department, and also all the heads of the department that get the information together so we can work cohesively to get this done. And everyone in this town should be proud that we have a AA1 bond rating and that we are evaluated from an outside source. It's not just us telling you that, it's an outside source. But this works in everyone's benefit because if we have to borrow money to do a project, the interest rate is much lower. And so it helps us in any way. It helps the municipal utility authority when they have to do projects. So we should really be proud that we filed this in a timely fashion. We did it appropriately, and having a surplus, people say, oh, you have a surplus, why don't you spend it on other things? We have, you know what, that's very foolish to say that. We've been good stewards of our money. We've been accountable, transparent, and I feel that you need a surplus because you never know in this world what is going to happen. And also that is a reflection when they look on it that we are stable in case, God forbid, another tragedy, another virus, whatever it is that comes here, that we have those resources. And if you can imagine that the township operates now on 16 cents out of every dollar. That's unbelievable. We have an amazing police department, amazing Department of Public Works, the services that our rec department provides, that our senior center provides. All the employees should be proud. It's always really easy to point fingers, but if you're ignorant to the facts, you really should have no reason to do that ever. And you should always base anything that you say on facts, instead of sometimes what reprobates go around saying it's not even true. They post things, and it's very frustrating. So we have an outside source, our auditor, telling you that we are in good state here, we filed in time, and we have a AA1 bond rating. That speaks volumes, and that is what we should concentrate on. And I thank you for your efforts, and I appreciate you coming here and explaining that.
Well, thank you, Bob, for being here. I think you really put it well as far as what you look for, what's looked for on the outside looking in. And I think that we have really tried to keep things as stable as possible. And if people have questions, no one's running away, no one's afraid to speak to anyone. And any question you have is a good question. So social media shouldn't be the answer. It should be here at the council. So you can contact anyone, the BA, the finance office, the mayor's office. We're all here to answer the questions and not social media. So thank you again. Like I said, you reiterated, everything was filed on time, and everything was done professionally. This is a very, very professional team. Dawn, thank you. Anna, the mayor, Bob. I really feel that this is a team that knows their finances, and they're ready to stand up and let you know exactly what we're doing here in Oldbridge. So thank you again for coming. Very appreciated. Anyone, Mayor, you have anything to add? You good?
Actually, I would like our auditor to address the crisis that is coming forward, and as I said, about the falsehoods that's being put out about the Board of Ed. Maybe, I know in his map, he said that's 16%. Our calendar year is January. I know that you're going to address that. If you want him to wait till after you address it, whatever's easier for you.
I know.
Yeah, he doesn't mind
I'll
staying.
stay if you want me to.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, thank you, Bob. That would be good, once and for all. Okay. So next will be our tax bill 2025 presentation. Good evening again, everyone.
Good evening. We're having the presentation tonight because, as everyone knows, we had estimated tax bill. There was some confusion, and there was a large increase facing the residents, and we've been inundated with phone calls and letters because we are the collector of the taxes. All these entities, we collect the taxes for everyone. So people think that we control all these other entities, which we don't. So tonight, we're going to do a nice presentation to explain everything to people and explain that out of all this taxes, only 16 cents on a dollar, do we have any control over whatsoever. That's all the township controls. So Dawn and Anna have a nice presentation, and we'll have lots of questions afterwards.
Thank you. Before I pass it over to Dawn to present today's presentation on our tax bill, I just wanted to address something very quickly. I think doing this presentation as we did last year is a good way to pull this information out that we typically also show during the budget presentation. I think it's good to revisit it a few months later once the bills goes out and remind people exactly where their taxes go. I know there was quite a bit of confusion this year because of the third quarter estimated tax bills. As the council knows, in June we passed a resolution to allow for an estimated tax bill to go out. The reason for that was not because our budget was passed late. We passed it on April 8th. It was because of the late adoption of the state budget and the fact that the county Board of Taxation could not certify the tax rate. So Dawn, being precautionary and to make sure that we had the cash coming in and the taxes coming in, went ahead and did estimated tax bills of almost 5%, which I believe is the statutory max that we could do. Unfortunately, because of that, you will see in the presentation, because we are breaking that down a little bit more for you guys to understand why the fourth quarter is looking higher. We could only estimate up to 5% of the previous year. And now that we know what the tax school budget, which also, by the way, we did not get until much later this year than in past years, now that we have those numbers, this is why it gets adjusted. In the end, your 2025 taxes for the fourth quarter are the same. Your fourth quarter had to be adjusted to make up for the estimated of the third quarter. So we'll be happy to address the questions as they come along, but I wanted to clarify that because I've seen a lot of things going around the last couple of days. Our office has gotten a lot of different phone calls as well. I know talking here, I know we're not, Monday Night Football with 100 million viewers, but I'm hoping that the word will get out to people and we'll continue educating our residents as they call and come by on the right information. And we ask the public, our council, and everyone else to make sure that they're disseminating the right information, and they're not sure, they could reach out to my office, to Dawn's office. Amanda Howell, who's our assistant tax collector, has been doing amazing breaking that down for our residents and providing that information. Yes, the taxes went up this year, but it's not our number. Our number was a 1.56% increase. So we have to keep that in mind, and tonight we hope that this presentation will help clarify those things. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you again. I'll start off this presentation how I ended the last one. Nobody likes the tax collector, but don't shoot the messenger. Your 2025 taxes, where your taxes go. This is a slide that we do have in our budget breakdown. One of the changes in this updated slide with the final numbers, the school tax percentage did go up 2%. So it's now 60% of the overall tax bill, which is a large chunk. Municipal 16%, county 17%, and then, small amounts for the fire, library, and county open space. This kind of comes into account when we go to the next slide and we see what each of these taxing districts, what their individual increases are. If you see a 15% increase on county open space tax, it's only 2% of the overall. The dollar amount is not that large. If you were to see a 2% increase on the school, it's still going to be a larger dollar amount than that. So, tax rate increase from 2024 to 2025. When I came here in front of you, I believe at the June 3rd council meeting discussing the estimated tax bill, at that time we said the school was looking at a large increase, but it was also uncertain because they hadn't gotten final word from the state if they were going to be allowed to do it. And that was one of my main reasons for going with the estimated tax bills, was the uncertainty of what was going to happen if the state was going to allow that. They were going to make them do something else, delay it. So as Anna had said, for cash flow reasons, and many towns do that, send out estimated tax bills. The school tax increase for 2025 is 13.87%. And again, that's on that 60% chunk of your overall taxes. County open space tax, 11.11%, library tax, 10.2%, county tax, 6.56%, and municipal tax, 1.58%. So that has not changed from our budget presentation back in April. That was our adopted budget and tax rate, and that's what the county certified. Tax rate increase breakdown. You hear us say in our budget presentation, for an average home in Oldbridge assessed at $157,373. Now, again, that's assessed value. In Oldbridge, we're only assessed at about 32% of market value. So when you say nobody has a home now for $150,000, this is probably a $450,000, $500,000 home. The 2024 total taxes, now this is just using an average fire district rate. Again, depending on your fire district, it kind of varies. The total tax rate increase is about 10%. And like I said, it varies slightly by fire district. Some are slightly under, some are a little over. But for 2024, the total taxes would be $9,051.70. In 24, in 25, it would be $9,949.91. So that's a difference of almost $900, which is a huge increase. As you can see, the school is the major portion of that. Breaking it down a little further, because obviously everybody doesn't have, the average home value. I put about six different assessed values here for a home assessed at $60,000, which is probably about your average in like Cheesequake Village. The taxes would be increasing by $342.45. All of these slides, I don't know if we posted them on the website yet. If not, this presentation will be posted up there tomorrow. I know we did put them up in the tax window before, as collection started. As you go through, a home assessed at $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, but you kind of get the idea. One thing we get asked a lot, and I just wanted to bring it up here, billing. A lot of people ask, why are first and second quarter always less than third and fourth? Now, that's whether we send standard bills out, or we do final billing in July, or with the estimated bill. So I'm just going to quickly go through a little breakdown of that, and then what you're seeing this year with the estimated tax bills. So with standard billing, and again, this is assuming I just used round numbers, but it's about with our percentages here. If your 2024 taxes were $10,000 and you saw a 10% increase in 2025, your taxes for 25 would be $11,000. They'd go up $1,000. First and second quarter would have been billed July of 2024 in preliminary billing. So it would be, you would take the 10,000 divided by 4, so that's why you get 2,500 first quarter, 2,500 second quarter. When we get the final rate and tax amount, which is $11,000, you subtract out the 2,500 billed for first quarter, 2,500 for second quarter, you're left with $6,000. That $6,000 would be split evenly between third and fourth quarter, giving you $3,000 each quarter, total of $11,000. Then when you go to 26, you say, everybody says, oh, well, why does it go down to $2,750? Well, the $2,750 is $11,000 divided by 4. So that's your preliminary tax. Now, what happened this year with the estimated billing? First and second quarter are the same, $2,500. The estimated tax rate, let's just nice round numbers, 5%. So for third quarter, 5% of 24's taxes would be $10,500. You divide that by 4, you get the $2,625 billed for third quarter. Now we get final tax rates. $11,000 is your final tax bill. It's still the same amount as if we did standard billing. But now you take that $11,000, you subtract out $2,500, $2,500, and the $2,625 for third quarter. You're left with $3,375. So we've been hearing a lot, oh my God, my taxes went up 28, 30, 32%. They didn't. It still went up about that 10%. It's just fourth quarter is a larger hit. And then first and second quarter of next year would be the same as if we billed. And then just quickly, some general information. The township did issue estimated tax bills for third quarter this year at the end of June. Final property tax bills are mailed out once a year and contain the 4 quarterly payment stubs. So even though third quarter was estimated, when you do get your final tax bill, there will be a stub for third quarter. If you paid it, it'll show paid. If you didn't pay it, it'll still show open. It'll remind you, but also remember there will be interest on it now. Taxes are due February 1st, May 1st, August 1st, and November 1st with a 10-day grace period. The tax collector's office is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And additionally, we're open one Saturday out of the collection period from 9 to 1. One thing we will be doing away with next quarter is the late night. We have only been getting, especially since COVID, during COVID, we were closed for 5 tax quarters to the public. And people found other ways to pay. So we find, we really don't, I believe she had maybe 15 to 18 people on Saturday. She had 3 people last night. Sometimes she has 1, she has 2. It's not really worth it. We have a drop box in the lobby. We have, there's plenty of other ways to pay. Payments must be received in the tax collector's office on or before the last day of the grace period to avoid interest charges. The state of New Jersey does not allow us to acknowledge a postmark. So if you're mailing, just, please make sure you allow enough time. Tax payment options online at our website, oldbridge.com. You could use ACH debit. There's no charge for that. Your bank account and routing number. If you do pay by credit card, it is a 2% charge. That's what the bank charges us. 2% doesn't seem like a lot, but if you're paying a $1,500 tax bill, it's $30. But again, most places now charge 3.5%, so. By mail, check or money order only. Please don't mail cash to us. At the tax window, cash or check only. We do not have credit card machines at the window. We do have a drop box located right inside, in between the two double doors in the administration building that, access to them 24/7. So we find, especially after COVID, I had been asking for it for years. We put it up during COVID. Some people, they walk in, they see a line and they drop it in there. But it's great for people who work late, weekends. They can just come and leave it in there. Also, automatic withdrawal. You can sign up with us to take the payment out once a quarter. It's only for the full amount that's due. We don't, we can't do it monthly or special, but a lot of people who used to have mortgages and have now paid it off, they seem to like that because then they don't forget, And we do send an email out about a week before letting you know on or about this date, we're gonna take those taxes from you. Just some property tax relief programs. The veteran, widow of a veteran, $250 a year. Senior citizen, disabled, or surviving spouse, $250 a year. Those applications are available up in the tax assessor's office. And then 3 other programs through the state: the property tax reimbursement program, or senior freeze, the anchor program, and a new one this year, the Stay New Jersey Property Tax Credit Program. For the seniors this year that are used to getting the blue book for the senior freeze, it used to be called the PTR 1. Now I believe it's called the PAS or something 1. They did combine all the applications into one for the seniors. But and there's a link on the website for the website. Also, if you just Google, State of New Jersey Property Tax Relief, those programs come up. I believe the Anchor program is going to be rolling out this week with applications from the state if you're not a senior. But that is it. Anybody have any questions?
Thank you very much. Anyone, I'll start on the left and come to the right. Anyone on our left have a question? Yes, Mr. De Palma.
Dawn, I know that we're looking at it, the school portion of the tax is 13.87 and it increased. But when you look at the totality of it, right, that's not the end of the increase for the new school budget, correct? The new school budget will then bleed in an additional percentage to go up in '26 as well because of the highest.
Yeah, so the school's on a fiscal year, July 1 to June 30th. So this is, this tax levy is based on half of the previous school year's budget and then half of this year's budget.
So it's the percent increase from last year plus the big increase from this year. It's half of last year and half of this year's. Then next year will be an additional jump.
Yeah.
That won't be estimated. We'll know what that jump is in January, in Q1 and Q2 of next year.
Yeah.
So we won't have an estimated tax bill for Q1 of next year and Q2.
Well, it's not estimated, it's preliminary. It'll be based on 25's tax rate. Whatever your tax rate, your tax amount is for 25. If you divide that by 4, that'll be what your first and second quarter will show.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that we clarify that because unfortunately, since these came out, I've fielded a number of calls. Yeah. Fortunately and unfortunately, I work with a number of people that live in Oldbridge. So as we're in the office, people have been coming into my office to ask me questions. Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that we clarify for everybody that the increase that we see, especially that large increase, there will be an additional increase as we get into next year as well for the 26 tax year because it is half the year of the school budget.
Yeah, and I mean also we don't know what next year will bring because I know last year we were sitting here talking about, I believe the school had, their budget went up, or their tax levy went up 9.9% for the school year, where, it was only about 5% for
this year. I think it was
for 24.
percent increase? 22
know, I've
million
just been
or so?
focusing
I
on
know
these
it
numbers.
was, it's substantial, so,
22, it was 22 million that they had to raise in the tax levy.
okay. Thank you, Dawn.
Anyone else on my left? Anyone on my right? Mr. Piscotti and then Mr.
Thank you, Dawn. Dawn, can I just ask a question?
Sure.
I do the ACH, so my taxes come out on February 1st, May 1st, August 1st, and November 1st, comes right out of my bank account. So my question is, and this might be petty, I don't know, but if you get a 10-day grace period, why don't I get a 10-day grace period?
We don't take it out on the 1st. We usually take it out, we try and do it around the 5th of the month, because a lot of people, especially seniors, they might get Social Security payments, items, a lot of things now are direct deposited, but back in the day, they'd get a check, they'd deposit it, would take a couple days to clear. We, on the email that we send out, we always say, like, I think this quarter was on or about August 4th. One of the reasons we don't wait till the end of the grace period is we probably have about 650, close to 700 people signed up for it, which is not a lot overall, with how many taxpayers we have in Oldbridge, but we always get some that there's some issues. Somebody closes a bank account and it kicks back, so we try and we do it in the middle of the quarter too, so we can notify them if it kicks back.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
First, Bob, I want to say thank you for coming, spending time with us today. Really appreciate it. And with all seriousness, there's a lot of misinformation and fake news all over social media. Do you have any idea what it does to a township and the anxiety that it gives to everybody? When you have people that are even in charge putting out fake news and destroying people's lives, 60% of Americans are anxiety because of fake news for views. So I just want to say thank you for coming here today, all of you, taking the time, real news, the truth of how to break down the taxes, how the taxes go. Thank you for the report of how the township operates, because there's so much misinformation that when people call me, they're up in an uproar. They're nervous. They're scared that they can't put food on the table. Some people talk about leaving the town. It's not real. It's fake. And those that do that need to be held accountable for that. And by coming here today, you have given the township, in my opinion, as a councilman, relief, because you told the truth. And I really, really appreciate it. And I know people in here and watching at home really appreciate it too, because that's what they need. We need the truth. And you all clarified it today, so I really appreciate it, and thank you. Thank you all.
Just one comment. Anna had said before, Amanda in the tax office has been doing, I know a couple of council people have emailed or forwarded emails of concerned residents. She kind of really put together, I don't want to say like a boilerplate template, but like of spelling everything out for you, of, this was your taxes, this is why, kind of what we did today, but she'll take, you live at 123 Main Street, and this is what it is in comparison. And we find once people see it that way, they understand it better. And a lot of times people just want to be heard. I mean, no one's happy about it. I don't want to pay taxes. I hate when my husband tells people I'm the tax collector. I'm like, stop. Oh, you live in Oldbridge? My wife's the tax collector. I'm like, stop telling people that.
Truthfully, this tax increase is unconscionable. It's not just, and it's totally unfair, and it lands on the head of several people. First of all, starting with Democratic Governor Phil Murphy. He has taken funds away from this town without any merit. And it's very unfortunate that when he did it starting in 2019, he did it again and again and again, and people voted for him like it's a wonderful thing. And that the township's responsible for it, saying that our houses are appraised more, they're worth more, that you should pay more in your taxes. Well, assessments have nothing to do with the taxes. That when you do an assessment, that comes from the county. Some of the taxes come up, some of them come down, but it's neutral, first of all. It's revenue neutral. When you think that Target came, so first of all, going back to Governor Murphy, taking away this money. Then the bottom line is giving it to districts where they're failing. I want every kid to have a chance in the world, but there has to be accountability. And he's done it again and again, and the same people that are complaining, saying, oh, the town should help us and do more, we remind you, we have 16 cents out of every dollar compared to Board of Ed. So when that happens, the bottom line is, it falls on the Board of Ed then. So let me tell you also, the Board of Ed used to have a student population in 2015 of 8,975. Today, in 2025, we have 8,021. That is a decrease of 954 students. Yet, they're going up. They've made no concessions to deal with this. In fact, so I consider Governor Murphy feckless for doing this, taking this money away. If you're going to take the money away, give you a year or two and say, I'm going to be taking the state funding away. This is what you have to do to adjust things. Work in a partnership to do that. Then the superintendent never made any concessions, was taking money based on a higher student population, so then that's why more money was taken out. So as a result, the township gets blamed for it, which is totally ridiculous because we are the collectors of it. We're also paying for our staff to collect the money for the school. I wish they would separate it. On top of that, when we collect it, we've sent in every tax bill this statement also, if people would read it. Also, could you think that you go send more money to the county between the county tax and the county open space tax that we spend in our own town now, that you're spending your tax dollars going to the county, not in your own town? And I said before, you have to pay for the police, your safety, the Department of Public Works, and all the staff that of every head of department here, engineering, planning, finance, etc. So when this happens, as Councilman Asatuli said, don't listen to falsehoods that you see on Facebook. It's real easy to be a coward behind a keyboard. Instead of getting the information, concrete information, you would think if you are a member of the Board of Ed, if you are a member of the council, you would want to portray truth. Now, the other thing is, what happens is when we collect tax dollars, say like people don't pay their tax bill, we still have to put out the money and pay the schools, pay all these entities, even if we don't collect that money. So that's why, you need money in reserve. So this is very unfortunate that we're at this state. I say it all the time. What is the state doing with their money? When this governor started office, it was $36 billion state budget. Now it's $58.8 billion. More than $2 billion for every year that this man has been in office. Has anyone's here life improved dramatically with $2 billion a year? Think of that, $2 billion a year. And I go back, and I've said this before, I remember when the lottery came into being, I can remember I was in grammar school, I heard my parents talk, oh, that money's going directly for the express reason for tax relief for the Board of Ed. Then we got Atlantic City. It was the same thing. Then we got also gambling now online, those taxes. So why isn't that money? Where is it going? I want accountability. How we have an auditor here that came here, very transparent, explained anything. Our chief financial officer, our business administrator, our mayor, very transparent, a program telling you the facts, and these are all lies. We do not look at the Board of Ed. We do not vote on the Board of Ed budget. Go to the Board of Ed meeting and you look at all those members that voted to increase your taxes time and time again. And another thing that's going to be very shocking, and I'm sorry to tell you this, when it goes up 10% last year, 20%, that they borrowed $23 million. Do you think they're going to reconcile all this and our taxes are going to go down? It's not going backwards. I don't know what it's going to take for that to happen, but also no concessions when you raise taxes like this. But it's all wonderful for the children. I'm for the children too. I believe in education. I'm very educated. My family's very educated because it's important. Knowledge is power, and it helps you in your entire life. And having a skill, that's important. And so this is very frustrating for us when you hear all these lies that we're responsible for this, the township's responsible, the Republicans exclusively, when it's a Democrat governor that has repeatedly for years taken away state funding. And also, I'll let you know that we've had to do better in this town too, because it's not like he's given us more state funding in this town either. But yes, he's pushing mandates on it. And it's really incredible when you think of the mandate of fair share housing, what that does to a town. If that's a mandate without any money given to police, to schools, to fire, to first aid, to roads, to sewer, it's unconscionable. So this is where we're at. So learn why your bill is going up, educate yourself, and really understand. Do not believe these falsehoods. And if you have any question, I'm sure they don't like to be inundated day in and day out like they have been, but I know each one of the staff will take the time to explain the truth for you. But most of all, read your tax bill. It's clear as day. It's in color, the diagram that they gave you. That speaks volumes. Thank you very much. And I'm sorry, because it is very frustrating when this goes on year after year and it doesn't happen. And we have members, whether it's the council or the Board of Ed, that doesn't understand. Our fiscal year is different than the Board of Ed. The Board of Ed is July to July, ours January to January. So that is why it's a difference also with the tax bill. We have to wait for them. And the state tax board was very remiss not getting their budget done in time. And not only that, telling the Board of Ed to hurry up, get this proposal done, and then not responding to them for months. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, Council President, you skipped over me. I didn't get a chance to speak. I'm
I
sorry.
didn't see your hand up.
Yeah, I did. I had my head down and you went to the right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So what I wanted to say, I almost forgot what I was going to say, but one of the things, and I just want to appreciate, Dawn, how you put on the last page the property tax relief programs. I think that's really important for especially our seniors and our disabled people to know that, or anybody that to know that we have these programs available. And they are put forth by the Murphy administration and our state legislature. Some of them are new, some of them have been around for a while. So, you know, as much as our administration gets bashed, they do have many things out there that are very good for our seniors, and they want to help tax relief for our seniors, our disabled people. We have the Anchor program, we have the NJ Stay program, and we have the Stay New Jersey program. Right now, as was mentioned, that you can apply for all three of those programs. You have until October 31st to do that. And as was mentioned, as Dawn mentioned, there's a blue book that you would have had mailed to you, and it's Form PAS-1, you were right. So I want to just make sure that everyone is aware. I think it is incumbent upon us to let people know about these programs. It's extremely important that you know that you have availability to, you have the ability to avail yourselves to these programs to either get reimbursed or whatnot. So, you know, I just want to say that that is something that comes out of the Murphy administration and the state legislature. So that's one thing. I also want to address, talking about misinformation, I don't even know where to begin here. There was a lot of misinformation that just came at you. And, you know, to say that the school did nothing is a lie. They knew about this from 2019, and they have been actively working to educate the students while having our state aid reduced. Governor Murphy did let them know that this was a program that was over 7 years, that they were going to be reducing that money a little bit each year. It wasn't that they just laid down the gauntlet and said, you know, figure it out. They said they were going to do it over several years. Do I agree with what they did? No, but this is what they did. So again, Truth matters, and information, correct information matters. This is not something that was coming, this school funding formula was from the Corzine administration. This is not put forth by the Murphy administration. He just enforced it. It was there when the Christie Republican administration was there. He did nothing to fix it. It was there, and Governor Christie put a 2% cap on how to rate. You couldn't raise your tax levy by more than 2%, which is why the schools couldn't get to the point of meeting what the budget is. It's a very, very complicated process, and to say that the school, because I was on the Board of Ed, so I take this very personally, to say that the school and the Board of Ed and the superintendent didn't do their due diligence is a lie, is an absolute falsehood. So if you want to talk about misinformation, you need to look in the mirror, because you're spouting it yourself. And you can smile and laugh all you want. I don't care. I'm talking. Thank you. So, no, I don't always talk, but thank you, Darren. Thank you. Thank you. You're talking over me now, so whatever. You're talking over me now. So whatever. You got to have the last word? You have to have the last word. Yeah, you have to have the last word. Last word. Yep. 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 Okay. So, anyway. Okay, this is what I deal with. So anyway, I was told by Councilman Asatuli that I'm not allowed to speak to him, so just so you know. Anyway, I am just aggravated and angry at this whole situation, and I'm sorry I had to speak.
Are we through, or now we need it? Okay. It's council comments. Mr. Desai has the floor.
Don, my question, if he did not had a pilot revenue in this income, what would have been the percentage increase instead of 1.58 municipal tax rate? Let's say if we don't have that, whatever the revenue, pilot revenue, the increase would be what? 3%, 4%?
No, for the township?
I just give me the estimate, only municipal. Because revenue, pilot revenue is used generally only for municipal purpose, not for the board.
Right, but the pilot revenue in our budget right now, I don't have it in front of me. But it's not much, yeah.
Yeah, just give us some rough number. I'm not looking exact.
In 25's budget, it's 421,300.
And I'm sorry, Dawn. Out of that number, only 2 of them are actually true pilots. One was for $164,548 and $38,520. So the other ones are not true pilots by the definition.
And in fact, one of them's a contribution from the hospital. That's similar to a pilot, but yeah, they negotiated a settlement. Or I believe now it's, there's a statute on it, yeah. Yeah, they changed it. Originally, it was a settlement with them, but Raritan Bay Hospital pays us.
Okay, so according to your number, the pilot revenue accounted in 2025 is only 421,000.
Yes.
Okay, then I can compare the total revenue and see the number. Thank you.
All right, you're good now? Okay. We're all good here? All right. I just wanted to clean this up, finish this up by saying that, as you can tell, residents especially, this is a very problematic situation. And sometimes we have to step back and look at this and understand it for what it is. Now, Mr. Allison was here. According to you, the way we did everything this year was in order. We filed in a timely fashion, because I was sent something that said the reason why this was wrong was because we did not file in a timely fashion. We waited too long. And that was sent to me from a website that's from Oldbridge. So how do we answer something like that? Why would that be put out to the public when it's blatantly a falsehood? People who come are more than welcome to come. Come and give your opinion. You're more than welcome to give your opinion. They're all sitting here. They're all waiting and listening to everyone. Why do you have to put that out on social media? What's the point? I just can't understand that at all. As far as the books are concerned, it's wonderful that the seniors are going to partake. But the raise that they're looking at, this is a reimbursement program. That's not a freeze. They have to put this money out and wait to get the money back. You're shaking your head. No, you don't. You get a rebate check. Yeah, you get a check back. But they're not frozen. So you have to put no. The rate, but you have to put the money out and get it back. Wait. No. Dawn, would you?
Excuse me, this is not a discussion.
No, it's not a. No, it's not an argument, Dawn. When we fill out the forms and then don't they send us back the money?
Yes.
Okay, so what happens? We fill it out, it shows the difference of what we were paying versus what it is now.
Right.
And
So
then you
we-
will
we
get a
send out
rebate,
our-
like a check, a rebate.
Yes, we send out the bills, you pay whatever the tax increase is.
Right, you
And
pay,
then-
you pay it,
Yes,
correct?
when you fill out the form, it's the difference between your base year. Some people go back to the early
Yep.
90s and they get back thousands.
Yeah,
Some
they
people
do.
go back 1 year.
But
sometimes it's-
they do have to put it out. Now, there are people now that are telling me it's very difficult with this increase to put that money out. They know they're going to get it back, but they don't necessarily have it. So this is where the problem lies. It may be a good program, but it's getting to the point now where people in Oldbridge are having a really hard time. Some of them are veterans, some of them don't have children in the district. They're struggling. We're just trying to find a balance here. But we don't need people giving out that kind of false information that we didn't do things properly. It's a very frustrating scenario. That's not going to help this at all, not at all. So I'm glad you came tonight. I'm glad you showed the slides, you explained the whole situation, and hopefully we're going to come to a better conclusion, because this is not healthy for the town. It just isn't. I don't know what's going to be in the future, but this is not good for the town the way this has been. So thank you all for coming. Mayor, do you have anything you want to add?
I just want to thank Anna and Dawn for all their hard work putting this presentation together. Like I said earlier, we did this because of all the calls and letters we got, and some of them are heartbreaking. Some senior citizens are calling us, and like Council President Sower said, it's a rebate program. You do have to put the money out. You will get it back, but it's a year, and some people just don't have that money to put out. And it's not only senior citizens that this tax increase is affecting. It's affecting young families that just bought their houses, and maybe they just made the mortgage payment, not expecting this large increase. And the thing I want to make very clear, we only can control 16 cents on a dollar. There are other tax and entities in the town. The Board Ed has their own, they make their own taxes. The fire districts do their own. The library board is statutory. It's not controlled by us. And then we have Middlesex County. The commissioners control that tax. The only thing we can control is our municipal tax. And I think we're doing a great job, 1.58. Compared to other towns this size, we're doing an amazing job. And as Bob said, We're doing a great job, and I hate that we're taking the blame for this very large increase because I wouldn't do this to residents.
Thank you very much for your presence. Thank you, Bob. Have a good evening. Next will be approval of minutes, resolution approving the regular council meeting minutes of February 24th, 2025, and the regular and executive session council meeting minutes of July 15th, 2025.
Second.
Moved by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Pasquini. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
Council President Sohar?
Yes. Bill list, Mr. Garcia.
Yes, thank you. Bill list as of August 12, 2025. Accounts payable, August 12, 2025, $19,463,299.44. Payroll, July 18, 2025, $1,342,656.18. Payroll overtime, July 18, 2025, $59,597.04. Payroll, August 1st, 2025, $1,453,332.86. Payroll overtime, August 1st, 2025, $60,311.36. That completes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Anna, could we have a breakdown of the overtime, please, for the two pay periods?
Yes. For our July 18th pay period, we did not have any major upticks. The sworn police overtime for that payroll was $43,504.92. Deduct grants, $5,517.55. Deduct ETO, $11,933.12. Deduct accreditation, $4,391.14, for a total of $21,663.11, which equaled 330 and a half hours of men and women hours. For the August 1st payroll, we also did not have any major upticks in our overtime. The sworn police overtime for that time was $41,696.84. Deduct grants, $9,015.58. Deduct ETO, $2,503.42, for a total of $30,177.84, and a total of 410 men and women hours. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Anna. Do I have a motion to accept?
Okay, I have a question, please. Was this, was the date when they had the rally out front, was that included in this?
I believe, yes, it was.
How much was for that, for the overtime?
I don't have that breakout. I can get that for you, though.
You get
Yep, absolutely.
appreciate it, because I don't think the taxpayer should be paying for that. So I really want to find the breakdown. You get that to me, and whether you want to discuss
will.
it at the next meeting.
Will do.
Okay, so protocol on, she wants that separated?
Yes, I want to separate it. How much was cost for this rally that they had?
Well, no, we're going to pay, but then we're going to separate it out?
I don't know what you're trying to do.
I wanted, yeah, I asked for Anna.
Yeah, I'll just get you information.
Okay, but you're okay with moving on?
Honestly, I wanted the breakdown for this, really, because I don't think the taxpayer should be paying for a political rally. If I had a rally out there and the police were there, I certainly wouldn't ask them to pay for it. The township, or taxpayers, why are they paying for a political rally?
But the overtime is for our employees, so they have to get paid.
No, I want them to get paid, but I want this address that they should not have, that township, every residence here Whether I had a rally or someone else, you have a rally. Just like when there's the carnival at churches, they have to pay for the police protection. Why do we have to pay for the police? So I want that separated out and send them the bill. That makes the most sense. You know, it's just not right to do that. I want people protected, but if you come forward and it's a rally and you do it, you have to have permits if it's over a certain amount of people. Then you also have to have police protection, and our DPW worked overtime as well as our police. So I want to make sure. Please let me know, Mr. Roselli, that will be separated, and then they'll be sent a bill, because I don't feel the township should pay for it.
I don't think you can send them a bill after the fact. If they knew ahead of time, then yes, but I think the fact that they didn't know ahead of time, I think that I don't think it would be right to send them a bill. Only if they knew ahead of time, then yes. But after the fact, I don't think that would be right.
How much this bill is, too.
Well, I think it should be brought forward so the taxpayers know what they're paying for.
How much
for a
did it
bill,
cost?
And to bring it forward. How do you think that you're going to have a rally and there's going to be overtime by police, and it's going to be overtime by DPW, and you're not going to be responsible for it?
That's fine. That's fine, but it needs to be something that is settled ahead of time. That's all I'm saying.
I think it's common sense.
Well, no, it's not.
I think it's common sense.
So,
Because I think if it was other shoe was on the other foot, and we had a rally and there was overtime here, you would be questioning it, and you would be saying something about it, and it would be on Facebook, and we'd be ostracized and saying all this stuff. So I'd like to know the overtime, as I said, and I'll repeat it again, for the police and for the DPW, and I really think it has to be presented to the public, and maybe they can come and say, oh yeah, we're so happy we paid our tax dollars for that. Okay.
Well, do we have that in an ordinance? Is there an ordinance that says that if you have a rally,
there should not, as far as an ordinance, there should be a level of intelligence.
Please.
If you are demanding, and it has to be, for a rally, police protection, and the DPW setting up the barriers so no one's hurt,
Don't
and for
believe
your safety being
demanding.
protected, I feel that it should be, and it was really a campaign.
so
So we'll wait till we get the figure, and then we'll ask the residents if they're real happy about paying for that.
they can pick. Okay, so I need a motion to pay the bills.
Move it.
Moved by Councilman DePalma, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai? Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquini?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes, because I think that our employees should be paid, but I'd like to have a separation next meeting. Thank you.
Council President Sohar?
Yes.
8 yeses, motion carries.
Okay. Next will be public hearing for ordinances on second reading. H1, ordinance amending Chapter 250 of the Code of the Township of Oldbridge, entitled Oldbridge Township Land Development Code, by amending Article 12, 250-107, entitled Official Off-Track Improvements. Yep, I need a motion to
Move
open
it.
to the public.
Moved by Council
All
Vice
in
President
favor?
Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so we are opening it up to the public. Is there anyone in the public who wishes to be heard? Everybody said yes, I believe. Does anyone wish to be heard on this particular ordinance for second reading? Okay, seeing no hands, motion to close.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Asatuli, second by Councilman DePalma. All in favor to close? Any opposed? Hearing none?
Okay, bring it to council. Council on my left, any question? On my right? Okay, I need a motion then.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquity.
Abstain.
Abstain. Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Yes. And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, 1 abstention.
H2, ordinance amending the redevelopment plan for the intersection of Jake Brown Road and Highway 9 and the intersection of White Oak Lane and Jake Brown Road. I need a motion to open to the public.
Move it.
Motion by Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. All in favor to open to the public? Any opposed? Hearing none.
Okay, is there anyone in the public who would like to be heard on H2? Seeing no hands, I will ask for a motion to close public.
Second.
Motion by Councilman Asatuli, second by Councilman De Palma. All in favor? Any opposed? Hearing none.
Ordinances for first reading, FR1. Oh, wait, oh, I'm sorry, did I miss something? Oh. Oh, God, yeah, okay. I need a motion for H2. Council? Anyone? Okay.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Was that you, Councilman? Oh, Councilman, I'm sorry, Garcia. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquity.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
8 yeses.
And next is ordinance of first reading. FR1, ordinance accepting property to be granted to the Township of Oldbridge for purposes of recreation along Trans-Oldbridge Road, Block 13326, Lot 1.11. Do I have a motion?
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquity.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
Public hearing set for September 16th, 2025. 8 yeses.
FR2, ordinance of the Township of Oldbridge, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 351 of the Code of the Township of Oldbridge entitled Personnel Policies by amending 351-5 Vacations. Do I have a motion?
Second.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman De Palma. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquity.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
8 yeses. Public hearing set for September 16th, 2025.
FR3, ordinance of the Township of Oldbridge, County of Middlesex, approving application for financial agreement and the financial agreement with Vision of Oldbridge 3, Urban Renewal LLC. Do I have a motion?
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. A second? Second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquity.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Yes.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
8 yeses. Public hearing set for September 16th, 2025.
FR4, ordinance of the Township of Oldbridge, County of Middlesex, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 108 of the Code of the Township of Oldbridge entitled Construction Codes Uniform. Motion?
Move it.
Moved by Councilman De Palma, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquity.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Abstain.
Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, 1 abstention. Public hearing set for September 16th, 2025.
Next will be our consent agenda. I'd like to have a motion in a second, and then we'll ask for separations.
Move it.
Moved by Councilman DePalma, second by Councilman Asatuli. Any items for separation? Councilman Asatuli?
No, thank you.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
No.
Councilman DePalma?
C19.
C19. Councilman Desai?
No.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes, C4.
C4. Councilman Pasquitti?
C19, but the Palm already said it.
Okay. Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
No, thank you.
And Council President Sohar?
No.
Okay, so we're going to take a roll call to approve the balance of the consent agenda minus C4 and C19. Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia?
Yes.
Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
And Council President Sohar?
Yes. Okay, next will be C4, Councilman Garcia.
Yes, thank you. Installation of the roofing at Lawrence Harbor, how does that work? Do we put a request in with the town? Who puts the request in? Do we check these properties?
Matt?
Matt,
Matt.
they can't hear you, the public out on the
I'm
television.
sorry for putting you on the spot. I should
No,
have.
we own it.
Okay.
Let him ask.
Yeah, that's a property behind Memorial School. We own that property. Casey actually took the lead on this specific roof here, but it's the same contractor, the same state contract that we've used at everywhere from our Veterans Park building to our Camp Robin building to our ice arena, now almost all of our bathroom facilities around the township as well.
Okay, pretty much. I just want to thank you. I just wanted to question how the process worked. So thank you again.
No
I
problem.
appreciate it.
And like I said, Casey and Public Works took the lead on this one.
So this is for the,
Thanks, Matt.
So this past year in our capital, we had put money aside for, I think Matt hit it on the head, most of our buildings needed new roofs across most of our parks. And during that assessment, the arena also needed new roof, not the whole arena, just the portion, the enclosed portion, I believe. And then the Little League and things like that. So Casey worked with the contractor, and as we work through the projects, as you probably recall over the last few meetings, you've been seeing different projects getting approved for roofing, and this is just another part. We may have one more, but yeah, so it's nice. All of our buildings have new roofs now.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. Thank you, and I'll move it.
Okay,
Second.
by Councilman Garcia, second by Councilman Pasquitti. Roll call, Councilman Asatuli?
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro?
Yes.
Councilman DePalma?
Yes.
Councilman Desai?
Yes.
Councilman Garcia? Yes. Councilman Pasquitti?
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli?
Yes.
And Council President Sohar?
yes.
8 yeses.
Okay. Next will be C19, Mr. DePalma.
Yes, so just separating, there has been, I've gotten a number of phone calls, emails, as well as chatter amongst the interwebs about that pipeline that is going to be going through the town. This is our opposition to it. Just to make sure that folks do understand that we know that this is being forced on us. We will not get any benefit from this whatsoever. It's going to go through our town, through the bay, into New York City. So all of this gas that they're sending through our township will have zero impact to any of our rates, any of our gas coming in. Everything is for New York and New York City. I know Mr. Pasquitti wanted to separate this as well, so I'll turn the floor to him if he has something. On 19.
Anyone else have a
Anything to
comment?
say?
Yeah, that was through the state, right? So we really don't even have any, or federal, so we don't have any. And what I was curious about is why we don't get some sort of payment from them. They're using our land, and we should get some sort of payment. So, that's it.
All right, anyone else have a comment? Okay, so do I have a motion? Okay, moved by Mr. De Palma, second?
Second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call. Councilman Asatuli.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquity.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
Abstain.
And Council President Sohar.
Yes.
7 yeses, 1 abstention.
Okay, next will be report of the township clerk.
I have no report, Council President.
Okay, township attorney. Okay, administrative report, Anna.
Thank you. If you can believe it, summer's almost over. Before and after care registration is now open. Registration is now open for the September 2025 Before and After Care program and will remain open until August 20th. This program is for children entering grades K through 5 at all Oldbridge public schools. Families can log into their Rec Desk account during the registration window to enroll their children for the 2025-2026 school year. If you have any questions or difficulties with enrollment, please email our office at afterschool@oldbridge.com or call the office at 732-721-5600, extension 2395. For more information, you can also visit our website at oldbridge.com/daycare. Retirement of 2 township employees. It is with much appreciation that we announce the retirement of 2 employees from the police department. Police Officer Stephen McCauley and Police Officer Gregory Miller both retired effective August 1st, 2025, after 25 years of service with the Oldbridge Police Department. We extend our sincerest appreciation for their service, and we wish them all the best as they begin this well-deserved new chapter. And this concludes my report.
Very nice. Okay,
Can we have a motion to accept the report?
Second.
Moved by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman De Palma. My apologies, does anybody have any questions?
good.
Council President tried to.
No, that's okay. Anybody question? No? Okay, so motion?
We motioned by Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman De Palma. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, next will be public comment on any subject matter for a maximum period of 3 minutes.
Can we get a motion to open public comment?
Second.
Moved by Councilman De Palma, second by Councilwoman DeCaro. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Opening public comment.
Okay, good evening.
The public comment portion of our meeting is to allow the public to bring to the council's attention their concerns or comments. This section is open for any topic or items in the consent agenda. In accordance with NJSA 10:4-12A and the Oldbridge Rules of Council, the council asks the public to limit their comments to 3 minutes or less. Only one member of the public shall approach to speak to council at a time. The council will respect the public's time by refraining from any comment until the speaker is finished with their allotted time. It should be further noted that the public comment portion of our meeting is not structured as a question and answer period. If a member of the public has questions they seek answers to, an appointment can be made with the corresponding department's office during regular business hours. Township clerk will regulate the time during the comment portion of our meeting. As you approach the microphone, please state your name. No addresses.
Okay, anyone? Good evening.
Good evening. My name is Lieutenant Sean Brown, Cheesequake Volunteer Fire Company. I'm here again to implore the council and mayor to move forward with their proposed volunteer incentives that I've submitted to the council several months ago. These proposals are a way for the township to save potentially millions of taxpayer dollars, given the ever-growing recruitment and retention issues we face. A small investment from the township on childcare and tax credits would greatly help us recruit and retain members who the taxpayers have already made a significant investments on. Since we started this conversation in April, the council has yet to put pen to paper to progress any of our proposals. All we've gotten is vague promises of getting something done. At every major incident or community events, mayor and council remind us that they love the volunteers, and if there's anything ever that we need, to let them know. Now is the hour of our need. So I have to ask, were those empty words or a campaign platform? Thank you.
Thank you. Good evening. Good
Good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to speak. My name is Taylor McFarland. I'm the Conservation Program Manager with the Sierra Club New Jersey chapter. I just want to extend my gratitude and thanks for passing the resolution to oppose Williams Transco. So it needs state permits. And right now, the New Jersey DEP just extended the comment period, and they will be having a virtual public hearing. I can send you the information for that because that's very important. Again, I really do want to extend my gratitude and thanks for the council. Thank you so much.
Have a good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm Greg Ramone, the Executive Director of New York, New Jersey Baykeeper. I also want to thank the council for their vote in opposition to the Nessie pipeline. You don't need me to point out the fact that the township and its residents spent the last almost 20 years getting the lead out of the slag Superfund site along the Bay Shore. And then along comes this pipeline where the dredging would dredge up copper, mercury, and other metals. So you guys have gotten hit hard. You also got hit hard with the $7 million payment on that cleanup. Congratulations, despite that hit, managing the finances as well as you have. Mayor Walker's been there before meetings, after meetings for the last, 15 years. So thank you. And so thank you all again.
Good evening.
Hi, my name's Lorraine Kelly, and I would like to say that I really enjoyed the presentation. I wanted to thank you for giving such a clear explanation of why our taxes are going up. And to tell you the truth, I wasn't planning on speaking at all tonight, but then when Mrs. Greenberg-Belly had to basically do a little campaign ad and trash Governor Murphy, it made me feel that I had to speak up. Every meeting I have come to, she has found a reason to trash our Democratic governor and our Democratic legislature. Now, about 47% of the people in Oldbridge are Democrats, and you guys are supposed to be representing all of us. And when you have a member who every time she speaks has to trash whoever is running, if they're on the other side, it just sends a bad message, and it also makes people angry and causes a lot of dissension. So I would just think that maybe look and think to yourself, do I really want to keep telling people that everything that the Democrats do is bad, everything? And also, I understand what you're saying about the rebate. That is true, but this new Stay in New Jersey plan, you can get up to $6,500 back if you pay $13,000. Now, I was reading Mayor Owen Henry's column in All Around Oldbridge, and all he did was, again, trash the governor, trash the legislature, and he said there was no help whatsoever in the new budget. No help. Now, shouldn't instead he and you guys be trying to get the message out? Maybe this is a hardship for you people, but here is help. Shouldn't that be something you want to do? And shouldn't that be something Owen Henry wants to do? So I just would like you to turn down the temperature a little. Thank you.
Hi, good evening. My name is Kathleen McNamara. I'm from Keyport, and I'm a council member there for the last 5 years. So I wanted to thank you also for your opposition for the pipeline. You know, your community has Superfund sites, so it's a real sensitive thing, and we opposed it twice, and we can all just cross our fingers that, you know, the battle, we win again. I mean, it was only a year ago that Transco turned around and said, okay, we're not going to do it. And then obviously things change, and so here we are again. So I think we all need to continue with our support. It's really important, and I think you'll have a good night.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening all. My name is Lisa Lent. I'm a resident of Oldbridge, and I'm also a member of the Cheesequake Fire Department. I just wanted to come up here just to reiterate some of the statements that Lieutenant Brown said. I'm not sure exactly how much research and how much effort you all put into looking into what we do and how often we respond since he initially approached all of you back in April. We are about 225 days into the year, and I could tell you that Cheesequake, which is just one of 4 districts within Oldbridge, has responded to approximately 500 dispatched calls. that, I mean, it's an insane amount that these small volume of volunteers respond. They don't answer with a maybe or I'll get back to, they get up and they respond. They give up holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, everything to represent and to protect the district, District 2. Sorry, of Oldbridge. And I just want to make sure that you are listening to Lieutenant Brown and are taking it serious. We do need some incentives to hold volunteers, to encourage them to come out. As you all spoke about, taxes are going up. People aren't sure of how they're feeding their families, doing things like that. Volunteerism is at its lowest. They don't have time to volunteer when they're trying to pay their bills. And we really need your help in creating some incentives to bring out more volunteers and to retain these volunteers. It doesn't help if we put them through school and then they leave us in a month. We want to create a system in which they stay with us and they grow and they protect Oldbridge. They protect all of you. That's all I have to say. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. I start with my name. Sometimes things change. Teresa Burns. Okay. I just wanted to say that it wasn't lost on me that when the federal government was brought up that their political affiliation was not mentioned. And I really appreciate that because we should be remembering that we're all in this together. The Board of Ed was mentioned, so I did want to just reiterate some things that they have been losing funds for almost 10 years, a long time, and that they have been making cuts. My daughter lost after-school busing, which affects my job, affects how many hours I can work. I also wanted to bring up that there was a mention of a possible meeting between Town Council and the Board of Ed, because why are we losing those funds is going to be the answer in how we stop losing them and stabilize our taxes. I don't know if that meeting ever occurred, if people of the public can be invited, if it would just be between council leadership and board leadership, and if they reached out and nothing happened, would you be willing to reach out and say, we're going to discuss the taxes with you? This is the plan, this is our agenda. Besides that, I also wanted to mention the politicking rally, and the only rally that I could think of that came to mind was the Pride rally, LGBTQ+. I don't know why that became a political issue. LGBT rights are human rights, and that, I'm not sure. I unfortunately was not able to attend, and if it's not that rally, I would like to know which rally it is. Thank you, that's it. Oh, can I get my time back? I did want to reiterate support for the volunteer department. I myself would be able to volunteer for the one operating squad in town. And honestly, there isn't anything, this sounds selfish, in it for me to really give up my hours paid to volunteer for the time. So, thank you.
Hi, my name is Shanice Romans, and it seems that people are so concerned about taxpayers' money here. Now, HOA communities are being haggard and harassed by township code departments, and something needs to be put out about that because HOA fees are going to be elevated, and that's going to affect retention of people in Oldbridge because people cannot afford to feed their families. If HOA fees have to be increased, how are people going to stay? What's going to happen to the middle class in Oldbridge? They're going to move out. They're not going to stay. And this is because of the code department, which have been harassing all the HOA communities, and it needs to stop. I'm sorry. And something needs to be publicized about it. It's not fair. It's taxpayers that are suffering because of that. Okay? That's all I have to say.
Good evening. My name is Crystal Mercado, and I've been a resident of Oldbridge for 12 years. My daughter started before care in the township schools as she entered kindergarten 1 year ago. When initially signing her up, I read through the ordinance stating that the rate per month was being increased $20 per month or $200 per year for every child from 2020 to 2024. Currently, for this upcoming school year, an ordinance has been passed to increase the same. For this upcoming school year, the cost of the Before Care program is $340 per month per child, offering no sibling discount. This means if you have 2 children in the program, you are paying $680 per month to have your children in the program for 2 hours per day. If you are in both the before and after care programs, you pay $450 per month to have 1 child watched for about 5 hours per day, as opposed to the combined before and after school rate, which would be $730. This rate does not make sense, as a sibling discount should be equivalent to this discounted rate, which is about 40%. The same rate is also paid per month, regardless of how many days school is open. This upcoming school year, in November, we are in school only 15 days, in June, only 14 days, and the highest being October at 22 days. I did some research to find out what the surrounding towns pay and found that among 8 of our neighboring towns, the average is $200 per month per child, and again, we are $340 per month per child. East Brunswick charging the most, $216 per child, but they offer a sibling discount. If you have 2 children in their program, you are paying $394 per month. Again, for 2 children in our program, it is $680 per month. Next year, if this increase continues, we will be paying $360 per child per month, or $720 per month for 2 children. If you have 2 children in the program, that is $7,200 per year, which is almost the same as property taxes on 1 home in town. I understand that many of these districts outsource their programs, and we keep ours in-house through Parks and Recreation. I want to acknowledge I have no issues with the program, and I know Parks and Recreation does an incredible job with the programs they run, as my children have been in many of them. I just can't disregard that we as parents are being charged an astronomical rate on top of the school tax increase we are being faced with. I ask if the town can take a hard look at how we can make this program more affordable, like all of our neighboring towns, for our working families who rely on the program. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Jeff. This is my first time here, so.
Sorry, your name again, sir?
Jeff
Your last.
Volvovsky. Yeah, this is my first time here, so please bear with me. It's been an experience. I'm still confused who is running the town, the Board of Ed or the mayor or the governor. I'm confused. Okay. And so so I heard the auditor, he mentioned there's a surplus of 26%, which is great. But I'm still confused, how does that benefit the residents, since our tax is still going up, right? So how does it benefit us? So I have seen my property taxes going up in 2026 by 10%. I have seen the new golf course behind, right in the neighborhood, a shopping mall on the Route 9, dozens of new houses, and the warehouses popping up like mushrooms, okay? But somehow I can't find where all this extra income is coming. Where is it going? And it's got to be a significant extra income coming into the township, right? So meanwhile, the warehouses and new developments have brought traffic jams, road damage, and even higher electrical bills, because we are the ones who are paying for the new infrastructure, the residents, okay? I know Mayor, Ms. Walker promised changes, and we spoke, you were in my house, along with council resident, right? We talked about the changes. But where are those improvements? Where are those changes? I don't know how you guys represent us. What is the point of electing a mayor if the mayor doesn't show us any changes in this township? So tonight, I'm asking for the full transparency. Show us the money. Tell us how it's been spent, and let us finally fix these problems of taxes being going up every single year, right? Because obviously the township gets the income. How is this income is being spent? Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, is there anyone else in the public who wishes to be heard? Seeing no hands, I will ask for a motion to close the public portion.
Motion by Councilman Asatuli, second by Councilman Garcia. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Close the public portion.
Council.
Council member comments? Councilman Asatuli.
Yes. First, I'd like to say congratulations to the Oldbridge Soccer Club. That is a fantastic achievement. Number two, I'd like to say a prayer for the families overdosing. It's really, I didn't know there was that much in town. It's pretty sad. I want to say a prayer for the families. I want to address something as your councilman. I stand here before you today with a heavy heart and a clear message. Aren't we exhausted by the relentless spread of fake news all over the place and misinformation? Day after day, we see false stories, half-truths, outright lies flooding our screens, our conversation, our lives. This isn't just an inconvenience. This is an outright crisis in society. It's hurting our neighbors. It's giving anxiety. It's sowing division in our community. The worry that it creates, the fear that it amplifies, it's not cool. It's destructive, and it's time to say enough is enough. Misinformation doesn't just mislead, it wounds. It fuels distrust in our institutions, pits us against one another, and leaves too many of our people paralyzed with confusion and fear. We've all seen it. Families are torn apart, businesses harmed by rumors, individuals grappling with unnecessary stress. I see it. And it breaks my heart to see individuals in this town feeling this way. This is not the community we want to build. We all deserve better. Our people deserve the truth, clarity, and unity. And as we can see by tonight, I just want to say thank you for the excellent, truthful presentation from the administration. Thank you again. And as leaders, we have the responsibility to act. We can promote media literacy, encourage our community to question what they read, and seek out reliable sources. We can support local journalists who tirelessly want to report facts. And we can call out those who spread falsehoods, hold them accountable for the harm that they cause. This isn't about censorship. It's about empowering our people to think critically and reject the lies that tear our town apart. Let's commit today to build a community, and I know Oldbridge, I love my town, grounded in trust, where truth rises above all the noise. Let's stop the cycle of misinformation and show our people that we're listening, that we care, and we're ready to lead. And I totally believe in truth, and together we can make a difference. I thank you all.
Councilwoman DeCaro.
Thanks, Kate. Okay, so I'd like to just, first of all, I just want to apologize for my part in any back and forth up here. I got a little heated, I got a little emotional, so I just want to apologize to the residents for that. Moving on, talking about, congratulations to, on our resolution to disapprove the pipeline. I am very happy about that. And, Crystal, I have notes all over the place. Crystal has emailed me, and I've had conversations with her, and I've sent them over to our business administrator and Matt, to you, and I believe, Eric, you've been involved with conversations. And I've been back and forth with Crystal, and is there any way, and I know that we've talked about this, and it's a self-sustaining program, and we have to pay for, the teachers, the insurance, the staff. Is there any way that we can do anything about the cost of, the increasing costs? I mean, I know that that's something that we've talked about, and I think, Anna, you had mentioned that you were going to have, ask Mr. Mercurio to look at that for next budget,
Yeah, unfortunately for this school year, it's a little too late to do that. But Matt and I, Matt was away last week. I know you and I spoke 2 weeks ago. I spoke with Matt, then I spoke with Councilman De Palma last week about this, and I told him that when Matt was back from vacation this week, we would talk about it. We in fact have a meeting on Thursday. I've been in touch with with Edison because theirs is closest to how ours is run, right? It's run by Parks and Rec Department and through the school system. The other ones are run, the list that was sent, I researched them, and they were run by YMCA. So I do have a few calls out to some of the schools. Obviously, with summer break, I feel like I'm getting a lot of, we'll get back to you later. But Matt and I are doing some research to see how the prices compare. We do have some costs. The school doesn't pay us anything at all for running this program. I don't know if that's the case in other towns. That's why Matt and I are doing this research, and I already told Matt to make sure that I have Crystal's information from your email, so we'll make sure we'll keep in touch with her as well. I think there is a valid point to be made on the only 15 days in November, 14 days in June, and those types of things. And I know that was a comment that Councilman DePalma had also made to me last week. So these are things we're going to look at and kind of assess per day what the cost is and see if on those certain months maybe adjustments can be made. So we'll be following up, and as I believe that the information I gave you, you relate to Crystal regarding the cost that we have, which is staffing. The school does charge us for janitorial services during the time that we operate before and after care, as well as school security, so we do pay for those items as well. In comparison, Edison doesn't charge the Parks and Rec Department for those things. So we're going to try to talk with the other towns and see how they're doing it. With the other schools, because it's not the towns doing it. They're doing it, a lot of them, through YMCA or I forgot what the name of the what's the Leading Edge? Yes, exactly. Yeah, so we'll get more information and we'll get in touch with Crystal and see for future school years if this can be addressed and a sibling discount, things like that. So we'll be in touch. Thank you. No problem.
Thank you so much, Anna. I appreciate it. The other thing I want to address, they're not here tonight, but, sorry. They're not here tonight, but I forwarded you a couple of emails, and they asked me to bring it up tonight. They're upset about the warehouse development behind, they live on Astor Circle, and they're upset about the development of the warehouse. They were talking about going to the meeting. I advised them that meeting was canceled and moved to September 9th. They just asked me to bring it up tonight. I got like 3 different emails. I don't even know if I forwarded them all because they were all kind of the same. Just to bring that up, and the residents on Astor Circle have concerns, and the planning board meeting, just to clarify, is on September 9th now, correct?
Correct. It was supposed to be August 21st and was rescheduled to September 9th.
Okay, very good. Yeah, they asked me to bring it up, so I'm just doing that. Next thing is, I would like to just to address the volunteer firefighters. I know you guys have been here a couple times, and yes, I've talked to you when we've been out and about. I absolutely do support you, and I would like to make a motion to move that forward. I support the volunteer incentive, the proposal that you guys put forth, and I'd like to make a motion that we move that to some either discussion or first reading in some sort of resolution.
I'll support.
Is that the end?
I'll second the motion.
Well, this
It's
is for public. No. So this is public comment. To the extent you want to have something for the next meeting, that would be the appropriate time to do it. You can't take formal action during council comment.
Can I make a motion to just have it be on the agenda? Can we talk about that?
Certainly discuss that.
Can we discuss that?
You can, and ask that it be posted for the next council meeting.
So it's not a motion?
Right. it's
I
not
don't
a
need to
motion.
Okay, so Council President, can we put this on the agenda for first reading next year, either discussion or first reading?
Well, discussion, it would be the appropriate,
right.
not first reading, discussion.
Discussion, okay, awesome. At least we're going to move it along.
Did everyone respond to Anna?
No, I did not get any responses.
So-
And in talking with Mayor Walker and Council President Sohor, one of the things that we are looking to do is to meet with all the fire commissioners to see what currently is in place as incentives and see what we can do to add to that. But that was our next step, is to do this meeting. But I did not hear any feedback from the council. In fact, I re-emailed after the July 15th meeting. I did have a few phone conversations with certain council people regarding it, but I did not hear from everyone, so that's why it hasn't been moved.
Email her?
I'm sorry, because I approve, I like it the way it is. That's why I thought you only wanted to hear from us if we had something, I'm sorry, my bad.
I think, I presented the proposal, but there was no, I need to know if we want to move forward, if we want to have a formal discussion.
Yes,
you know,
I
things
just
like
want
that.
to, make it clear to the public and to Cheesequake.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
She was waiting for responses and that they weren't the responses, that's all.
Okay,
Because,
absolutely.
okay, just want to make it
Some of the problems are there are 4 fire districts, and they're taxed. There's a fire tax out there. And there's a lot that we have to, as we know, the taxes just went up a large amount. Our budget is already set for this year. If you're making a motion to move something, what are you moving? I mean,
No, it's for discussion.
yeah, I'm for discussion, we could discuss it, but we can't give monetary things out without,
Yeah, and I indicated
seeing where it's
in
coming
my
from.
email that any monetary incentive that we were to do would have to take effect in '26, because obviously they were not budgeted for this year. But they can certainly be discussed now, but just to keep that in mind.
Yes, for 2026, it's understood.
And we did want to speak with the fire companies, as she said, the fire boards, which is another form of communication, to try to see if we can, get some more ideas and what we're looking at. So I'm just, like I said, I just want to make sure everybody knows we're waiting for responses.
Was that the end of your,
I'm sorry, yes,
okay. Councilman DePalma.
Just wanted to congratulate Officer McCauley and Officer Miller on your retirements. Thank you both for your 25 years of service. Much appreciated, and I know you both will be missed. As for a couple comments, so thanks to everyone for coming up. Crystal, I won't address it. It was addressed already. One comment, I'm sorry, Jeff, I didn't get your last name. I can get it after the meeting, but when it comes to how the money is spent, transparency on taxes. So I can only speak from the township's perspective and the municipal portion at 16 cents, or to 16% of the tax bill. Every year when we do our budget, we have 3 budget hearings, right? And each of those hearings, we go line by line, every dollar of what our portion of the Well, and everything is in there, so it's the entirety, the revenue coming in plus everything. So every year we have a budget book that gets put into the library, and we do review that pretty extensively. Like I said, I can't speak for the Board of Education, the county, the state, fire districts, and how they do it, only on how we do it. I could tell you that we do line by line. We could show you where every dollar that the township spends from that 16 cents, where it goes. Well, the revenue is in there as well. So the revenue coming in, and then that equates, yes. Mm-hmm. And we could talk, obviously, after the fact, because I'm on the planning board, so I do have some knowledge on it. Yep.
Eric.
No, I know. And then just, I just wanted to wish everyone a wonderful end of summer. Hopefully, everyone can get that last couple weeks in, enjoying the end of the summer before Labor Day comes. And then to all the students and teachers, good luck on that dreaded first day of school. I have a wife and 2 children that the countdown, I think it's 22 days or something along that lines, is quickly approaching, and the sadness in the house, the level is starting to rise. So. But for all those, I hope you all have a wonderful start of school, because by the time we come in to the next council meeting, school will be in session. Thank you.
Councilman Desai.
The statement what I'm going to make, I'm ashamed actually to make this statement, but this administration has forced me to make this statement. Indian community living in Oldbridge was celebrating India's Independence Day, a sovereign country, largest democracy on the face of earth. From 30 plus years, since the last year of Mayor Art Haney. Last year, we had a permit, everything was settled, and last minute, I got the phone call from administration that we cannot use the pole to raise the India flag. And then, this esteemed council, my colleague, has passed the resolution that there cannot be any flag will be flown on township pole. And I think this is a direct insult of the largest democracy on the face of earth. And hundreds of thousands residents from India in this New Jersey. We have almost in Oldbridge, I would say 15 to 20,000 people of our Indian descent. So this year, the first year after 30 years, we are not going to celebrate India's Independence Day right here in front of this building, but we are moving it to Sayreville. We are going to have this event on August 16th, Saturday at 10 a.m. at the temple, Hindu temple on Washington Road, Parlin. So I'm still inviting citizens of the Oldbridge to be part of that. Please come, enjoy the festivity, enjoy the Indian food. But I'm sorry, I live in this town 41 plus years. And this is the first time I feel that I am not part of this town. I may be not discriminated directly, but yes, you are taking away my own right and my fellow friends of Republican Party always says the speech, first speech right. So where is my rights? So I'm asking the people of this town, is this a fair? In my opinion, no. And I'm going to make sure people of South Asian descent of the township of Oldbridge know that what was done under this current administration. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I'm frustrated. Maybe I did not have a choice of word. But one more time I will say, I will make sure people know who did this. Thank you.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes, thank you. I want to thank everybody who showed up this past Saturday at Saltwater Day. We actually had a great time. I met a lot of residents there, and they want to thank the mayor. They want to thank Matt, because initially they were told, false information again, that this wasn't happening this year because they were too busy doing some, I guess, other stuff. So thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Matt. It was a great day. I mean, the weather was perfect. So we actually, everything went great. Everything was perfect. So thank you, guys. I also want to congratulate 2 officers who retired and joined our pension club. So that's all I have. So thank you, guys.
Councilman Pasquini.
No comment, thank you.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli.
There's a lot going on in the town, as you see, and a lot of times people get frustrated, but if you look around, there's a lot of good things. So I always say, if you want to see good, if you seek good, you'll find it. If you want bad things, you'll find that. If that's what you prefer to seek. But anyway, it was really proud tonight to see the young women that they won the Thunder Oldbridge girls soccer to win that prestigious award, nationals. That's incredible. So there's a lot going on in town all the time. So I'd like to thank the Cultural Arts for putting together comedy night. It was a lot of fun. We had a lot of laughs. Everything was good until the last comedian. I don't think he'll be invited back again, but let's forget about that because the rest of the night was good. First night was a great success. I want to thank you, our police, our first responders, and I hope everyone felt a sense of community and realized the work, dedication, and investment that goes into making our community safe. As Councilman Garcia said, Saltwater Day was phenomenal. The night was beautiful. The fireworks were great. So I wanted to also say that I do still have a concern about the paving on Cottrell Road. I don't know whether you've gotten any complaints from the county, but I don't think they adjusted the laser on the asphalt machine right. I get seasick when I go down the road. It's like a wave, and I don't know whether they're going to address that. The frustrating thing that road was paved, and we have the 5-year moratorium, that's a county road, so they paved it, so they spent county money doing that, and then they went ahead and tore it up to do the water project, and then the MUA got involved. So really, they should have done the water project first, then paved it. Now they paved it, did the water project, and then paved it again, but whoever ran that machine, drive by it. It's not good. It's like, it's like you get seasick from going on there. Also, our animal shelter is very crowded. If anyone is looking for a nice pet, there's still time during the summer before you go back to school. Kids go back to school, it's very busy. It's time to get the pet acclimated to your home. It's really sad when you go there and you think of all these beautiful animals that, would need a home. So if you have availability in your home and your heart to, take in a pet, that would be great. So, and it is very unfortunate when we hear people come up and talk about their concerns. We take them all very seriously. Sometimes things are timing. We have to get information for it. A lot of times you don't see everything that goes into your tax dollar, but we're very big on paving roads and doing water drainage projects. There's, you have to understand what's separated from the municipal and also, once again, the Board of Ed. The Board of Ed, we collect the taxes. Yes, you're paying high taxes, but 60% goes to the Board of Ed. And that falls on seniors, people without children, people that pay for their kids to go to parochial school. Everyone's putting money into it. And education is important. But when I say that really there was no need to take money away, state funding from this town, and also, when the student population went down, over 900 students, and we have this increase, it just gives you pause. You have to really think of it that way. No one's like pointing fingers, saying anything, but it does fall on why did the governor take this money away. So that is the problem, and it caused upheaval. So I hope and everyone's realizing that, and I hope that they enjoy the last few weeks of the summer, enjoy your family and your friends, and be healthy and safe. Thank you.
Council President Sohar.
Yes, I think this evening was a little bit of an eye-opener. People are here, and they have finally started to look at these taxes, and it's serious. It's very serious. But when you say who's in charge, who isn't in charge, again, the mayor is municipal. Yes, I was with you and Mayor Walker. And if you look at the record over the last how many years, I know it may not seem that way, but we really, on this side of the aisle, there hasn't been that kind of increase. In fact, we've been criticized in some areas for not raising taxes more. So I understand you want to know where the money is, and you absolutely are entitled to. You're a taxpayer, a homeowner. You have every right to. But you also should look to the other side of the coin here. Our budget is how much, and how much is the Board of Ed budget? It's very expensive. So you have to understand, as she said, 60 cents on the dollar goes there. So it's a big budget. It's going to be an increasing budget. So that's where you have to really focus in on, is the money being spent properly? I'm not saying it isn't. I'm saying you're asking those questions of us. You should be asking as well. You want accountability. Nothing wrong with that. Maybe you should make an appointment and talk to the administration. They have a new administrator, new BA, and see what the facts are. I mean, that's important. As far as a meeting is concerned, one of the residents came up and asked, and we had reached out. Unfortunately, Anna, that the board president was unavailable, correct? That's what it was.
Correct.
So it wasn't that we didn't want to. We will in the future look towards coming up with something, that we can do. Unfortunately, with this time of year, it's not the best. A lot of people have a lot of things going on, and her availability was not there either. And, you need to have her there as well. So that's why we didn't have it done. So hopefully that answers, we'll get some answers a little bit later on in the, maybe September. And with Cheesequake, same thing now. Anna's going to reach out to the fire commission as well. We'll put it on for discussion, and hopefully the council will give us some indication as to what, they'd like to do. Okay, so I can't right now. This is our it's just all a formality. If I let you, then it's like, again, I feel bad because it's not being disrespectful. It's just following protocol. So, and congratulations naturally to the girls' team, Lady Power as always, and the retirees. As they say in Trenton, goodbye tension, hello pension. So God bless those boys, and we will miss them. They are two really fantastic people. Okay, so with that, I'll say thank you, and I'll ask for a motion to close.
Motion. Second.
Motion by Councilman Asatuli, second.
We're going to do an executive, so is it?
Right. You want a motion to executive session and to adjourn also? We will not be coming back into a public session.
Move it.
Motion, Dr. Greenberg Belli, second by Councilman Asatuli. Roll call, Councilman
Yes.
Asatuli. Councilwoman DeCaro.
Yes.
Councilman De Palma.
Yes.
Councilman Desai.
Yes.
Councilman Garcia.
Yes.
Councilman Pasquitti.
Yes.
Council Vice President Dr. Greenberg Belli. Yes. Council President Sohar.
Yes.
It's a resolution to exclude the public for attorney-client privilege discussion.